free on your side. This is the WLBT Noon Report.
The father accused of killing his child is scheduled to make his appearance in court today.
Plus, we'll have the latest on those violent attacks in Afghanistan that claimed the lives of 7 United States soldiers.
And we have isolated thunderstorms now beginning to kind of pop up in a very random pattern right now, but it's affecting the downtown Jackson area, headed straight for us and in various other regions of the state. Your full forecast, including all that rain, coming up next.
Good afternoon, and thank you very much for joining us here on the WLBT Noon Report.
Topping our news at this hour, the father of a Jackson toddler killed last week goes before a judge today. This is our top story.
Johnny Williams of Jackson faces a capital murder charge in the beating death of his 18-month-old daughter. The coroner says Jada Williams suffered severe bruising on her body. The girl's mother, Jasmine Porter, also faces the same charge. We will have a crew at the courthouse for Johnny Williams' appearance, and we'll keep you updated here on WLBT and at our website, WLBT.com. Click on Local to read more about this story or leave your comments.
One person is in custody in connection with the death of a Rankin County woman whose body was found in a lake in Issaquena County. Sheriff Richard Jones identified the victim as 52-year-old Colleen Jane Parkman of Richland. Her body was recovered from the landing at Chotard Lake around 1:20 a.m. Sunday. Her family members tell WLBT News that Parkman was visiting friends at the lake for the weekend. Sheriff Jones would not release the name of the person being held because no charges have been filed. Relatives tell us the person in custody is a male friend of Parkman's. Coroner Angela Williams says Parkman was fully clothed when her body was discovered face down in the water. Williams says there were no obvious injuries. An autopsy is scheduled for today to determine a cause of death.
The former chief of staff to Vicksburg's mayor is seeking $1.5 million in a sexual harassment lawsuit. Kenya Burks is asking for back wages and compensatory damages. Burks claims she faced a hostile work environment and retaliation because of her 2-year sexual affair with Mayor Paul Winfield. Winfield has denied claims of sexual relations with Burks. Her lawyers are also saying that Winfield's legal team is trying to delay efforts to obtain the mayor's cell phone and text message records. Tell us what you think about this story. You can leave your comments on our website, WLBT.com, Facebook, and Twitter pages.
Meteorologist Paul Williams joins us now from WLBT's First Alert Weather Center with a check on our week's forecast.
Well, right now we're picking up on the scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms we talked about previously. We're already at 85 degrees right now. Now we're seeing some scattered showers right now moving throughout the state. Heavier actually to the south, and we're starting to see more impressive scattered showers and thunderstorms rumbling just to the south. That's really right along the Copiah County and Simpson County line, but we have additional scattered showers coming out of the southwest, so we have more on the way, so to speak. Now, where we're picking up on some lightning strikes, we're starting to see a few lightning strikes, like we say, in portions of Simpson County to the north of Mendenhall, just into the southwest corner of Rankin County, and then just to the north between Hopewell and Georgetown, headed towards Harrisville, we're seeing more impressive embedded thunderstorms that's rumbling in that general direction. We're currently at 85 degrees in Jackson and in Vicksburg, 81 in Natchez, 80 degrees currently for us in Macomb. We're expecting a high near 90. Now we'll have more on your full forecast coming up in a moment. Till then, back to you.
Thank you, Paul. This week, a federal judge will consider whether he wants to extend his block on Mississippi's new abortion law. You may remember on July 1st, U.S. District Judge Daniel Jordan issued a temporary restraining order. It stops Mississippi from enforcing a law requiring any physician doing abortions at the Jackson Women's Health Organization to be an OB/GYN with privileges to admit patients to a local hospital. On Wednesday, Judge Jordan will hear arguments over whether he should lift that restraining order. The clinic filed a federal lawsuit last month challenging the law's constitutionality.
A former Mississippi attorney is asking the federal appeals court in New Orleans to overturn his guilty plea in that judicial bribery case. Zach Scruggs pleaded guilty back in 2008 to failing to report knowledge that a colleague spoke illegally to a judge. Scruggs claims he did not know about the scheme to bribe the judge presiding over legal fees lawsuit against his father, imprisoned attorney Dickie Scruggs, and others.
NATO officials have confirmed the deaths of 7 U.S. soldiers in Afghanistan over the weekend. The soldiers were killed in a string of roadside bombings and clashes on Sunday in southern Afghanistan. It was one of the most violent days in the country for months. 28 Afghan civilians and police were also killed in that region.
A veteran character actor who also won an Oscar for Best Actor has died.
According to his longtime spokesman, Ernest Borgnine died at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles with his family by his side. He may be best known as the scheming naval officer in the sitcom McHale's Navy. Borgnine was also known for beating up Frank Sinatra in From Here to Eternity. In 1955, he won a Best Oscar Academy Award for playing a lovesick butcher in Marty. Ernest Borgnine was 95 years old. Have you heard President Obama plans to pay your utility bills? If you believe it's too good to be true, you're right. Scammers making their way across the country are tricking people into believing a special federal government assistance program is available to pay their utility bills. It's sometimes described as a bailout from the Obama administration. Victims are given bank account and routing numbers to use when paying their bills online after they surrender their Social Security numbers and other personal data during registration. Beware, it is a scam. There's no such utility payment assistance program.
Would you pay faster to get off a flight faster? It could be the next airline fee, according to a survey by fare tracking site airfarewatchdog.com. 16% of respondents said they'd be willing to pay to be at the front of the line to get off their flight when the plane lands. Of that group, 10% said they'd pay $10. 3% said they'd pay as much as $20. And from sodas to dairy, PepsiCo is entering the yogurt market. The company, known for its sodas and Frito-Lay snacks, is rolling out its first yogurt in the United States. The yogurts will be offered in Northeast and Mid-Atlantic states starting later this month, featuring standard flavors such as strawberry and blueberry, Greek-style flavors, and varieties with mixed fruit. It's not clear when the yogurts will be available nationwide.
Ahead at noon, Walt Grayson visits a very special bug collection for Monday's Look Around Mississippi.
And in medical matters, some doctors are working to increase stroke awareness, but not for the age you'd think. That and more on the way when our noon report continues.